Hello friends, so nice to see you today. Thank you for joining me. I'm Mrs. Urbach, and this is Charlie. Do you enjoy watching the sunset? Sunset's a pretty special time of day, isn't it? What are some things that make sunsets so special? I like those things too. I really like all the different colors that come out at sunset. Well, look at this quilt behind me. Does it remind you of some colors you might see at sunset? This quilt is called Summer Sunset on San Juan Island, which is a whole lot of sounds, isn't it? But it was inspired by sunsets in a particular place, in this case, San Juan Island, Washington. I'm going to put some pictures up on the screen of sunsets taken from San Juan Island. Aren't they beautiful? They probably remind you of sunsets that you've seen before. Sunset's always a pretty time, whether you're watching the sunset from an island over the ocean or even if you're in the middle of a city. Oftentimes we can see where the sun is setting and the sky turns really pretty colors. And it turns colors a lot like what you see on the quilt behind us, right? So that quilt was inspired by sunsets. And I like to take that quilt with me when I go watch the sunset. I can lay it on the ground and sit on it, or maybe wrap it around my shoulders if the evening gets chilly. Do you have anything that has the colors of the sunset in it? That sounds nice. Well, let's talk about our letter of the day. Today's letter is pretty special because not only is it a letter, but it's a word. So if you know this letter, you can already read a word. As I draw it, if you can guess what this letter is, go ahead and say it out loud. I'm not finished yet. There we go. This is the letter I, yes. And I is also a word, isn't it? Because we could say, I like to watch the sunset, and I is a word in that sentence. But I is also a letter that can be part of other words. This is a big I. And this is a little I. And I says the sound I. Can you try that? I. Right. Now, if you were going to make an I with your body, how would you do that? I find that to be a little challenging. I can do this part, but when I get to this bottom part, I'm not sure what to do. Maybe if I could do splits sideways, but I can't do that. How would you make an I with your body? Very clever. Can you say the sound it makes while you do that? I. Good job. I'm going to put this up on the quilt behind me. And it's time to play I Spy. I'm going to hold the quilt up and see if you can find something that begins with the letter I with this sound, I. Can you spot something? Something that flies and might bite you? Insect. This particular insect is a dragonfly and it probably would not bite you. But dragonflies are a type of insect. Insect begins with I. What is an insect that, I don't know anybody who likes this insect, and they're really small and they go bzzz, and they bite you? Mosquitoes, right? I don't like mosquitoes. Do you like mosquitoes? And then they bite you, and what happens? How does it make you feel? They itch, don't they? And you just need to scratch them. Well, what letter do you think itch begins with? Right, I. You're very smart. Let's see, I have something else on here that I wanted to show you that begins with the letter I. Here it is. This is a type of lizard. Do you see it? and it likes to live where it's hot, like Mexico. Iguana. Iguana begins with I. Let's sing our ABCs. And when we get to the letter I, what do you think we should do to show that we're at the letter I? Oh, that's a good idea. Okay, you do that when we get to the letter I. Here we go. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Now I know my ABCs. Next time, won't you sing with me? Oh, I always enjoy singing that with you. And I see you knew when I came along. Good job. Well, we have a special story today that I chose because of our quilt. Do you remember what the quilt is called? Summer Sunset on San Juan Island. All those sounds right. Well, since the quilt was inspired by sunsets on an island, I thought I would read a story that is about an island very similar to San Juan Island, probably a little bit smaller. This story is called The Little Island. Do you see the word that begins with the letter I? There's an I right there. The story was written by Margaret Wise Brown, and the pictures were made by Leonard Weisgard. Ooh, this first page doesn't have any words on it, but look at those pictures. Aren't they pretty? There was a little island in the ocean. Around it the winds blew, and the birds flew, and the tides rose and fell on the shore. Clouds passed over it. Fish swam around it, and the fog came in from the sea and hid the little island in a soft, wet shadow. Have you been in fog before, where it's kind of hard to see because you're in the middle of a what when you're in fog? You're in the middle of a cloud. The morning was very quiet on the island, with only the spiders sailing their webs against a gentle wind. Small flowers, white and blue, and violets with golden eyes, and little waxy white-pink chuckleberry blossoms, and one tickly-smelling pear tree bloomed on the island. And that was the spring. Then one day, all the lobsters crawled in from the sea and hid under the rocks and ledges of the island to shed their shells and let their new ones grow hard and strong in hiding places in the dark. Did you know that lobsters did that? Their shells don't grow with them. They have to shed their shells and grow new ones, which allows the lobster then to grow. And the seals came barking down from the north to lie on the sunny rocks and raise their baby seals. Can you find the baby seal on this page? We love baby animals. They're always so cute, aren't they? And the kingfishers came from the south to build nests. And the gulls laid their eggs on the rocky ledges. How many eggs does this gull have in its nest? Right, 1, 2. And wild strawberries turned red. Summer had come to the little island. Raise your hand if you like strawberries. I like strawberries. Boats sailed to the little island from far away, and herring and mackerel leaped out of the water all silver in the moonlight. The seaweed squeaked at low tide, and little green pears grew on the pear tree. A black crow flew over. What does the crow probably say? Do you know what crows say? Caw, caw. And a little kitten came to the island with some people on a picnic. The kitten prowled around the island and saw that it was all surrounded by water. "What a little land," said the kitten. "This little island is as little as big is big." "So are you," said the island. "Maybe I am a little island too," said the kitten. "A little fur island in the air." And he left the ground and jumped in the air. "That is just what you are," said the little island. "But I am part of this big world," said the little kitten. "My feet are on it." "So am I," said the little island. "No, you're not," said the kitten. "Water is all around you and cuts you off from the land." "Ask any fish," said the island. So the kitten caught a fish. "Answer me this or I'll eat you up," said the kitten. "How is an island a part of the land?" "Come with me." Well, let's give the fish a different sound. How should the fish sound? "Come with me." Let's make our fish sound like that, because it's kind of what his face would do, right? "Come with me," said the fish, "down into the dark, secret places of the sea, and I will show you." "I can't swim," said the cat. "Show me another way or I'll eat you up." "Then you must take it on faith what I tell you," said the fish. "What's that?" said the cat. "Faith." "To believe what I tell you about what you don't know," said the fish. And the fish told the kitten how all land is one land under the sea. The cat's eyes were shining with the secret of it, and because he loved secrets, he believed, and he let the fish go. And he got on his boat and sailed away into the setting sun. There's our sunset. The little island had a little woods on it, with 7 big trees in it, and 17 small bushes and 1 big rock. Birds came to the woods on the island, and butterflies and moths flew over the ocean till they got there. Night came to the little island, dark and still, and 7 little fireflies flashed in the darkness. A bat flew around and around the pear tree and woke up the owl. The wind whistled. Then came the storm. The wind blew from the southeast. Waves as big as glassy mountains came before it, and lightning and thunder, and always the howling, moaning, whistling wind. Let's be a storm. Now be a quiet storm if anybody in your house is sleeping. But if you were going to be waves crashing and the wind howling, how would you do that? That's quite a storm. Bigger storm. Wow, you make quite a storm. And then the storm passed, so the storm is finished, and left the little island where it found it in the summer sea. Autumn came, and the yellow pears dropped slowly to the ground. Winter came, and the snow fell softly, like a great quiet secret in the night, cold and still. Nights and days came and passed, and summer and winter, and the sun and the wind and the rain, and it was good to be a little island, a part of the world, and a world of its own, all surrounded by the bright blue sea. The end. Wasn't it a lovely little island? Sounded like a nice place to go have a picnic, didn't it? Well, today's songs both begin with words that start with the letter I. And the first song you probably know. This first song is Itsy Bitsy Spider. So if you know the song, I hope you'll sing along. And if you don't know the song, you can learn it and sing it another time. But let's make our spiders. So hold out your hands like this, okay? And then you're going to take this hand and just flip those fingers down. So these fingers are up and these are down. And then you're going to put your hands together so that this thumb and pointer finger is together, and this pointer finger and this thumb are together. And then when we make our spider walk, we're just going to move our hands. So the fingers that are up are going to point down, and the fingers that are down are going to point up. And we'll just alternate like that. Now, it should be comfortable to do. If you try and do it and you can't, that just tells you you're going the wrong way. Try the other way. Want to practice? Here we go. Can you make your spider crawl? Yes, there we go. See our body and the legs? Okay, let's put it down here so it has somewhere to walk. And let's sing the Itsy Bitsy Spider. The itsy bitsy spider climbed up the water spout. Down came the rain and washed the spider out. Out came the sun and dried up all the rain. And the itsy bitsy spider climbed up the spout again. That was fun. Let's do that one more time. Then we've really got our spiders down, right? Okay, here we go. The itsy bitsy spider climbed up the water spout. Down came the rain and washed the spider out. Out came the sun and dried up all the rain. And the itsy bitsy spider climbed up the spout again. That was fun. Thank you for joining me on that. I'm going to teach you some of the words to this next song for you to join in and sing with me. So, say the words do wop. You know half the song now. If you can say do wop, you can sing half the words in the song. Isn't that fun? So, whenever you sing do wop, you're going to sing them 8 times. So when it's time for the do wops, you're going to go do wop, 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 do wop. 8 times, okay? So this song is called It Don't Mean a Thing, and it starts kind of slow and then it picks up. And when the rhythm picks up, you know it's almost time for you to join in, okay? Here we go. What good is melody? What good is music if it ain't possessing something sweet? Now it ain't the music and it ain't the melody. There's something else that makes this tune complete. Oh, it don't mean a thing if it ain't got that swing. Do-wop, 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 do-wop. It don't mean a thing, all you got to do is sing. Do-wop, 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 do-wop. It makes no difference if it's sweet or hot. Just give that rhythm everything you've got. Oh, it don't mean a thing if it ain't got that swing. Do-wop, 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 do-wop. Once more. Do-wop, 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 do-wop. Good job singing. Wasn't that a fun song? And so easy to learn half the words, right? Well, I had a lot of fun with you today. Thank you so much for joining me. So listen for those words as you go about your day. Let's see. I hope you don't get bitten by an insect, but maybe you want to pull out a ruler and measure something in inches. I don't know. Listen for those words though, all right? Well, before we go, let's give ourselves some love. So hold out this arm and wrap it around your body, and hold out this arm and wrap it around the other way, and give yourself a great big squeeze, because you are special and you are loved. Bye-bye.